Ahoy, YouTube. You said you wanted to have some PC-related videos coming from Cyberdruid the Mod God. Well, here's a video tutorial from one of my clients to help him best remove the panel window from his Corsair 800D. These are very small nuts, and you may not have the right size nut driver because they're metric. And you may have something like needle nose or some other kind of pliers around, and you may be tempted just to get right in there and start doing it. Well, I want to show you what might happen if you get a little frustrated. So I'm here to help you, man, and I'm going to show you the correct technique for removing a nut that is perhaps on something. I don't know if you can see, but see how that threading is stripped out? If you come across something like that and you're getting frustrated, you can't figure out how to get it off, I'm going to show you how now. I'm going to show you this tool that I think is the tool to use if you do not have the correct size nut driver. And even if you do have the correct size nut driver, the nut driver will not remove a stripped off threaded nut or fastener. And you're going to need to lift upwards as you twist it off in order to engage what threads might remain on the stud, post, or bolt. And I prefer the original vice grip. You can buy cheap Chinese ones, and you can get the crappy cobalt ones from Lowe's, but they are junk and will disappoint you in the long run. This will last a lifetime. You can pass this tool on to future generations. First thing you want to do is you want to twist the knurled adjuster on the end to get you approximately in the ballpark so that you have some clamping force, enough to make the vice grip snap shut, but not too much so that you're crushing whatever it is that you're trying to grab. If you did it right, the vice grips will snap onto the nut and just stay there. You do not want to be touching the plastic. You want to be slightly above the plastic. So get down there, take off your glasses, look at the thing, make sure that you're not in contact with the plastic and that you have securely snapped the vice grip on there. You will not need to remove the vice grip until the nut comes off. As I rotate this, I want you to see where the vice grip is going. The smaller the vice grip, the better, man. Unfortunately, my crappy Lowe's here in bumfuck Virginia does not have the tiny little vice grips that I want. So I got these great big ones, but these are very nice. I'm going to be giving these to my client as a gift because that's just the kind of guy I am. Okay, do not let the vice grips fall onto your window. Notice, I'm going to show you again, the vice grip is gripped onto the nut in such a manner that there's just a little space so that the vice grip never contacts the plastic. Remove all the nuts that way. I'm going to tell you a few little tricks if you get a nut that does not want to come off, because sometimes the paint or whatever will cause the nut to bind, and that can be a problem. Okay, here we are fastened onto a post or stud, a threaded rod that's tack welded to this panel that has the threads stripped out, so you're going to have difficulty with it. In this point, you're going to want to lift upwards as you twist to try and engage what threads remain, and just keep going around. Now the nut also may be damaged, and that may be what's stripping out the threads, so just pull upwards. See how I'm lifting the panel? Pull upwards until it engages the threads, and it should come off. Okay, I'm going to just show you a technique. Let's say that you start to twist it and nothing's happening. It feels like that if you twist it, it would just break the stud right off. It's not moving at all. What you need to do is tighten it just a little bit and go back and forth like this. Wiggle it back and forth like that to try and break that paint loose. Then move it a little bit and wiggle it some more, and move it and wiggle it and move it and wiggle it, and then pretty soon it'll come right off. Okay? And the whole idea of using the vice grips for this is so that you can keep above the plastic and you're not scratching the plastic. As you can imagine, if you use something like needle nose and you're trying to grab onto the thing like this, every time you're turning it, what if it slips? What if your needle nose slipped? They're not even really made for this kind of work. So here you're going like this. You're going to make little circular scratches, as you can see. Hope that helps you if you're trying to remove tiny little nuts from a side panel and you don't want to break off the post or scratch your window. And there you have it.